Nice bike, mate.
You want to top up here?
No, I'm full in.
So my whole premise of today was asking you how much this bike has cost you to build.
Not a lot. This
Yeah.
is about 800 bucks. Yeah. Running, riding.
It helps when you have friends that can make seats and stuff for other favours. And this pipe's probably the biggest investment apart from the engine, I guess. So anyway, let's see how this thing goes and if it breaks.
It's always a fun time testing out a new build. This has been a bare bones project for our old mate Andrew. He was lucky enough to end up with the frame costing him almost nothing. He got two, sold one, came out even. The engine is probably one of the biggest investments. It's a Lifan, and they're around 350 to 400 New Zealand dollars. We end up using a different carburetor as well, which adds a little bit more cost onto the build. And their little Super Trap style muffler there, if you get a real Super Trap, you're in like probably more than $800 just for the pipe. But he's managed to get this one here, which I discovered a while back as being a Volkswagen VW beach buggy spark arrestor. Alright, we're on the BMW Touratech tour. This is the GS Rally Adventure. He's not standing up enough. There's one problem, you're not standing up enough. He's doing really well. It can hold, we're not doing it now, but it can hold about 85, 90 kilometers per hour on the open road. One design flaw I can see so far is that his back's starting to get covered in mud, and we haven't even really been in any hectic mud yet.
How's your bike going?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, how's your forks?
Leaking.
That's alright. It's almost like a Fortnite video where he takes a $300 adventure bike off-road in Canada or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, except
We're not in Canada.
we've got no drones.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So we've done a bit of open road riding, and Andrew's bike's definitely the slowest of the bunch. We've all got similar engines, but yeah, the gearing setup on that is just allowing really for a wicked amount of acceleration and stuff, but it tops out quite early. It can lift the front end quite well if it needs to, but yeah. And I'm not saying it's slow, we're doing 80 kilometers an hour at the moment. And here's the change from tar seal to gravel. So I expect our speeds to drop a bit. Remember this Yamaha, where does it come from? The frame's a 1965 Yamaha frame. It's been swapped with a modern 4-stroke engine. Before Andrew got this bike, it was going to the scrap heap, so I think that qualifies him to be able to put whatever he likes in it. And it's better to see a bike repowered with a 4-stroke than to see it in the scrap heap. Wow, it's these right-hand corners here where the cam is not in your favour that's causing the most trouble.
Lean back.
Cool, okay. I need to follow you because here we go, beginner's track. not me filming, it's Andrew.
1960 something Yamaha, custom made in the beginner. I have no idea what I'm doing. I got no brakes.
So 800 bucks.
Yes.
Adventure. Was that $800 worth of adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3 laps at the kids track we did.
Yeah, sweet. 1.5 kilometers. That's all it took to pay back their $100 spent.
Alright, now I've got my helmet back. Thanks, Andrew. The question being asked today was, is this $800 dirt bike worth it? Yes, that's the answer, 100%. Now bear in mind, if you just went out and had a pile of cash and were trying to build that bike that's in front of us at the moment, you probably spend more than $800. He acquired the frame quite a while ago and came out on top, so the frame actually ended up costing him nothing due to another deal he'd done. The exhaust, the welding was free. If you don't have a friend that can weld, then that's going to cost you money. That's just an end can that's been put onto a generic pit bike header. And the seat, well, Mr. Wheelie Man, he's a professional upholsterer and he does a bloody good job of it too. So the seat, probably a couple of $100, because it was a brand new seat based design that they've made, and then it's been covered professionally with nice high density foam. So yeah, you'd probably be you'd probably be hit about $1,500 if you were to build something like that without any help from anyone. But still, it's only cost Andrew $800. Yeah, it's all gone. So it was there at one point, but that's gone. That's the major problem, and these shocks, they need replacing. But for $800, this is the best wheelie I've seen yet. Cool. Okay, so I'm riding this now, finally. Apparently we don't have many brakes, and I've come from that, so wow, I couldn't find the gear shifter. Well, it's definitely not as refined as the Honda Wave, that's for sure. It's fun though. So we got front brake, not really any rear, okay. This is good fun. I've really got to pay attention because apparently I have no brakes. It feels okay on the tarmac. Oh, I see what he means. Yeah, the shocks on the rear feel like they're flexing sideways as opposed to up and down when you're going around these hectic corners. Yeah, I see what he means about the gear ratio. So it gets to a point where it doesn't really want to accelerate too much, but if you change down to a different gear to get more speed, it's over revving, so you're kind of missing that torque curve. This is good fun. I've really got to rely on the front brake on this bike as well, because the rear is a bit iffy. Woohoo! This is scary. I've got no brakes to rely on. I almost died straight away in the first corner. Oh gosh. The rear tyre this has at the moment is a Shinko Whole Shot. I'll put a picture of one on screen. Yeah. Oh. And I don't feel game enough just to slam it into corners as hard as I have been with the Shinko SR241 on my Honda Wave. You're just manhandling this thing around the corners more than the Wave. Kinda, obviously it's a bit more modern and a bit more factory orientated, I guess you could say, whereas this is a few bits cobbled together, so you can definitely feel, I can feel the tread slipping out, but it's good fun to ride. Some big potholes. I just went straight through the middle of them. That wasn't fun. Here we go, straight, wide open. I think we're in third. Fourth gear. Yeah, definitely don't have the brakes that the Wave does. Woo, have to plan that. Holy. Oh, I almost died. Oh, frick. Come on, Nay. I think that's the first time I've actually seen something less suitable than these bikes to go on this road. Gotta be very careful because this is a two-way road. As always, left-hand corners, something you can do with a bit more confidence. Camber's working in your favour. It takes a long time to get up confidence on a right-hander with a bike that you're not used to. That was seriously fun. So the Wave is, I feel like it's much easier to ride than this, which is very true. You know, there's no doubt about it, this bike here is something you have to manhandle around the corners, and it's fun, but it's intense. Honestly, I want one. $800. This is seriously the most amount of fun I've ever had for $800. Awesome. Nice work, Andrew. So you turn it off, and it has no stand, so epic.
So that's it. It's been about 4 hours, maybe 3, of riding these bikes. Is it worth building a bike for $800 and slamming it on gravel? Yeah, 100%. Could you do it in today's small bike climate in New Zealand? Probably not. Small bike stuff.
Thank you.